Hey guys, it's Queendija, and in today's video, I will be reacting to the final 2 episodes of See You Tomorrow at the Food Court. Let's go ahead and get started with episode 5 in 3, 2, 1, go. Not KFC. Not finger looking good. Yeah. Why would you make it sweet? Huh? That doesn't really even sound good though. Tomatoes and honey? Or just tomatoes and sugar? No. No, that just sounds disgusting. Yeah, definitely not. I've heard that that's good. Mm. Hmm. You're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I better not be getting sick. I don't need this. That's a bad idea. Mm. Did you use the perm? The permanent one? Ma'am. No. Permanent. Oh. Mm. That's okay. Yeah, we really don't need a situation like episodes 3 and 4. You know what it does make me wonder? Like, okay, why didn't we use nail polish? What nail polish? Maybe. Is she getting an SSR? I need y'all to stop doing that. It's like, it's major PTSD for me. And I still be playing my damn gotcha games. Cody, go lay down. I had a feeling that you were here. Oh, okay. Cody, go lay down, please. I do not need you falling. Oh, honey. He technically has someone who looks exactly like you, so he good. Mm-hmm. Damn. Right? Ooh. Mm. Damn, that's like their first actual fight. Because neither one wants to admit that they're wrong. I get that. Oh, hmm. I mean, come on. One of you, really, both of you should just apologize. Peace offering. Good job, girls. Hmm. Ah! Once again, with the super darling. First freaking the Invisible Man and his soon to be wife, and now this show. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, what were you fighting about though? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, and the fact that you won't be friends with her anymore? Yeah, very close. Wait! Well, no, because they refer to Saudi Hyamene's character as a gorilla. So never mind. Because I was like, wait. I was about to say, oh, so she was friends with Saudi Hyamene's character. Da 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 da. But no, it doesn't seem like it's that. Yeah, and that became y'all's place. No, food court, babe, food court, and that became their place, and that's so cute. It became their second home, basically. Their home away from home, where they could chat for a couple of hours and they can talk about life, whether it's just things or just whatever. And it's something that you have with your close group of friends, girlfriend, guy friends, whatever. You go to a place where you're all just comfortable and you're just letting everything out. You're venting. And because that's what you need to do sometimes. You have to have friends that you're able to vent to. It makes me want ice cream. Right. Mm. Yeah, that's crazy. Don't call that breast meat. Oh my, oh my god. No. So, oh my god. I I need a minute. Yo, what the fuck? Oh my god. um that was something. Oh my god. I was not expecting, you know what, no, kind of expecting it, but not really. But not that. Not that. Especially the fact it's the fucking American flag. Because of course she likes anything all American. Oh. What the hell? I gotta see that one more time. I'm sorry. That shit was fucking hilarious. Ah. She got her of a bikini that's technically micro. It's a micro and it's still a bikini. It's still a micro bikini with. Oh shit! Oh my god! Because like especially when I saw the strings, I was like, oh okay. I was like, maybe she got her like a tankini where it's cute, but it still covers like a lot and stuff. I've seen a lot of them, and I would love to get one. I'm like, oh my god, like, like yes, I can watch my stomach, and but the fact that she got her the Sailor Moon knockoff, and it's for years on Hot Topic, I have seen that Sailor Moon swimsuit outfit, and I bet you, like when this summer comes up too, it's going to show up on HotTopic.com. That is just a staple that I have seen so many people like they buy the crap out of. They sell it out so freaking quickly. It's just so funny to see it here. I mean, I don't get me wrong, because like I love expressing like yes, my love for anime, like pretty much anything, whether I'm wearing a shirt or I'm wearing something that is small and non-noticeable that like some people will notice and stuff, because sometimes you don't always want to be like out there and being like, well yes, look at my shirt and such. But sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It just depends on my mood. But especially like when it comes to, I've seen people who love the shit out of because I do love the crap out of this. The Nightmare Before Christmas is one of those that I'm currently thinking of. As a kid, like I wasn't at a certain age, I wasn't really into it. And then one day I sat and watched it with a friend, and because I had it, and I think I was afraid of it because at the time it was like it was Disney, but like I was thinking Disney horror-esque because it is a little dark and horror and such. But now I love it. It's one of my favorite movies that I'll sit and watch. I always watch it Halloween and Christmas. Yes. But so many people, like I have a Jack Skellington PJ set where I can wear it where it's either just the long nightgown portion or it's the top and the pants. And such. I can do either or. I think I have another one that was like some shorts and like ish, or that was maybe Wednesday, but no, I think that was Nightmare Before Christmas. My personal favorite Tim Burton film is The Corpse Bride. But I can still rewatch freaking Nightmare Before Christmas and fucking love it every single time because it's so good as fuck. But yeah, that was crazy. Was not expecting all of that up at the ending of this episode. But I do love the fact that we got one more little backstory of these two, and essentially that their friendship. Oh, shoot, sorry, I'm sleepy. Their friendship blossomed only because of a friendship ending. And she just decided to like flip that eraser and say, hey, you know, da da da. And because she had no other friend or a person to talk to, and they're just like, yeah, we need to find somewhere to hang out and do it together. You know, the mall and the food court eventually became their little hangout space. And like I said, you always need to have like that core group of people, whether it is your elementary friends, middle school friends, high school friends, friends that you meet at work. Because I get it, like, and I'm gonna say this, and I think I probably said this when I did my reaction series on working, where I've learned throughout my years of working numerous jobs and stuff. I've learned from not my current job that I have with the two situations, but the job I had before I got the remote job and the previous job. The other job that I was at when I was still working at UPS. I learned there that not everyone who you are working with can be your friend, because one minute they can be your friend and the next minute they can be like your worst enemy. And such. And I learned that discreetly. And kind of with the other job that I got after UPS, it's kind of the same thing too. Because people can be very conniving and very scheming on us. So that's why it's very much, when you do find people who, especially when it comes to work friends, you really want to keep those people close and such. With the two that I had met prior to this, like we are still talking like this, even though with the fact is we all live now in two separate cities. Well, three separate cities and stuff, but in two different states, because one girl still lives here in Florida and another girl lives in Texas. But we're over here texting nonstop, like, my goodness. And I love it because of the fact is that's what I miss. I miss having a core group of people or friends that I would always sit and talk to, like whether it's every day, every other day, we're still catching up. Even though we just talked to each other like 2-3 days ago, we're just singing about anything, talking about anything. It could be, even if you like, if you don't even like the same shit that I like, yeah, I get to sit here and listen to you talk about it for a good couple of minutes and stuff, because I'm like, hey, you're my friend and it still intrigues you. Like, hey, awesome. You know, they probably both look at me like I'm crazy when anytime I talk about an anime or I cry over something and such. But no, it's okay and such. Y'all, we fangirl over different things. I fangirl over anime men and K-pop and K-dramas sometimes, and you know, but mostly my anime men. Yes. Most definitely. Y'all get it because you see me do it and you have someone who's close to you who does it, so you totally understand. But when you get someone who's never really been a part of that world, it's so sweet and it's so funny and it's so freaking cute. And then you slowly but surely into them in your world, and it's just like, welcome, welcome to that mother effing Easter egg. Welcome to the rabbit hole, because once you come in, you can't come out. Love and deep space and everything else in a nutshell. Gonna pause the video and I'll see you guys in a second for the final episode. All right, final episode in 3, 2, 1, go. Andy. Oh no! You're right. That's how I feel like with most of the gacha games that I currently still play. Um, yeah, you gotta find a new Oshi, babe. What? No, yeah, it does. Yeah. I mean, I kind of have my own, like, my one personal, well, personal's favorite YouTubers. But like when it comes to, like, once again, who, like, my number one Oshi, obviously y'all know me. Hell, I still gotta watch a new episode that she's voiced in for this week, and I'm watching that probably Monday or Sunday. I don't know. Right? Really? Oh yeah, he pretty. Yeah. Oh, I bet. Shit. Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious. Yep. Excuse me. They even talk about that now. Or they talk about that still. They say that, like, things that we talk about and such, phone hears it. A word hears it. They hear it, and then next thing you know, it pops up on like your For You page. It pops up on your YouTube suggestions, your Twitter feed. You'd be like, hey yo. What? Yeah, what about it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. With the hamster. Mm-hmm. True. And there's a lot of sunlight in the food court. Yeah, that's real. Because of the ladybug. Because she's still. Yeah, Wada, you done fucked up, baby. You did. Yeah, people are still gonna make fan arts. As I was trying to say with like the gotcha stuff, that's gonna be me. Like, we're only on like year one of an Infinity Nikki because last year was the first year anniversary and stuff. Um, Having like a girly ass dress up game, like happy. I feel like that with most of my rhythm games, even though I barely play them sometimes. I kind of feel like that with Pretty Derby. Like there's going to be a time in the future that's going to end. And that's going to hurt because it's like you're going to have nothing but memories. Of course she did. Honey, it's obvious. Ah. Right. And he might see it. Go on, yeah. Aww, yeah. Right, hold on. Wasn't that an actual freaking trend that happened a couple of years ago where they were like, yeah, this is gonna help you lose weight, and then like people found out it wasn't really as good and it didn't help? I feel like the biggest thing with that is just really portion control, but like you know how we all can't, I can't really speak for all of us. I can speak for myself. Sometimes I can't control it. Like they say it should be just like the palm of your hand, like the first thing. So like I love me the crap out of sweet potatoes, and my mom just made last night like a sweet potato burger bowl thingy, and I love it. It's so good. And I always feel super full, like no matter what, if I eat like a small size or like a big portion size. But it's good. It's yummy. And then I don't have to worry about like if I could eat that every day, I would. Or pizza. But pizza has way too many calories in it. Right. Oh. Huh? Hmm? I mean, but in a way, ever since episode one, they already act like a couple. They do coupley as things. They're always spending time with each other. Up, speak of the devil, she's coming. Oh, she's so pretty. We finally got to see your face. She's kind of like me on how I feel about my eyebrows. Like, I have very thick eyebrows and such. So, like, I don't see it over here. I used to like pluck my eyebrows and such. They're not as bad as they used to be. And everything, but I still love them. It makes you unique. That's what I'll always say. So never always be hindered about things that make you unique, because it makes you you. This was a cute anime. Like, for a 6 episode series, like, this reminds me of that one series um that I watched, I think when I started YouTube, where it was another 6 or 7 episode show. Not the romance show that I watched. I just cannot remember. It was kind of a romance show, but it was more of, I think, every single week they were doing something with poems. Um and doing different types of poems and stuff. I think that's what it was, something about, from what I remember. Now the other show that was like a 6 to 8 week episode series, that was a romance show, and it had to do with a group of kids together. It was a group of 6, and each pairing had a show. And I love the fact that we got to have a beginning, middle, and end with it within the X amount of episodes. And same thing with this. This had, like, each episode had like 3 different stories in one, which I really truly enjoyed. And you got to see the relationship of these two really, like, blossom. And these two will always be the thick of thieves. They'll always are going to be together no matter what. It's very similar to like Riri Rocks, I could say, where yes, you meet someone who likes the same things as you, or you meet someone who doesn't like the same things as you, and you become thick as thieves, and you always love to spend time with each other. Just like I said in the previous episode, where you find that core group of friends, they found each other. And that's all they need. That's all they need at the end of the day, is each other. Yes, you're just, and some people think um that people really shouldn't be on their phones 24/7 and be in the moment, especially when they're going somewhere with someone. Like, I would say this, like, when you're going on a friend outing, you devise the time. Same thing when you're kind of with your family. I've gone on, like, I would yeah, fuck it, we'll just say dates. Lunch dates, movie dates, or just like really more of lunch dates rather than movie dates. With my girlfriends or my parents, or ask. And there's a point where, like, yes, you're talk on the phone. Talk on the phone. Talk while you're on the phone. You manage your time. Because, like, at that time and point in the moment, that the first thing you're gonna do obviously is catch up. Because anytime, like, when my dad comes into town, um the first thing is what he'll ask me is like, how is everything going? How is your job going? Like, my dad knows about, he doesn't know about this job that I got, my new job, but he knew about my previous job. Um and such, and X, Y, and Z. But other than that, like, my dad didn't know much, because I feel like my relationship with my dad is completely different than my relationship with my mom. Um, but I am so close with my dad. But I will still talk to my dad pretty much about, like, anything if I need to, like, advice. Oh, I don't think the only things I'm really talking to him about right now that I haven't talked to him in a while is about car issues and trying to find a car. Esque. With your girlfriends or your guy friends, you're always going to talk about, like, anything out of the ordinary, maybe sometimes like relationship problems or ish like that or whatever. Sometimes you can do that with your mom, maybe. But like me and my mom is my best friend. I've told that times and times before. I can talk to my mom about everything, but then there are some things I feel like I cannot talk to my mom about and such. Not because of the fact is I feel like she's not going to understand. It's just sometimes I feel like I can't word it into a way that I think she's going to understand from like my perspective, you know? So that's why sometimes I'm like always talking to someone who's like around my age and be like, yeah, you understand this and stuff. But like sometimes when I do talk to my mom in certain ways about it and she uses her terms, then we get to a point where we're able to talk about it. But no, this was a cute little freaking series. I really enjoyed this a lot. I kind of wish we got more for this because like 6 episodes, I mean, goes by like that. Would I like to see a second season for this? Oh, absolutely. Like this gave even think about any other comedy series that I've watched. So I don't know how okay, because I don't know how the hell this just popped up in my head, but instantly because I always think about this show. It's 2 shows. The Daily Lives of High School Boys and fucking Asabi. It kind of gave that, but not like to the levels of that show, of either one of those 2 shows. But it's just 2 people, or even a trio, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 20 people hanging out together and doing shit together. And at least you're having fun. And that's what I really enjoyed about this show, regardless. This was just 2 girls going through their everyday ish, but then just coming together and just talking about whatever the hell they wanted to talk about. And it just reminds me of like how good it used to be when we were all teenagers and stuff, and we didn't have to worry about certain things as an adult, and then now we got to worry about all this bullshit, taxes and everything else that's going on in the fucking world today. But hey, we get through it. We got this. Other than that, guys, that is my reaction towards the entirety of See You Tomorrow at the Food Court. If you guys enjoyed it, please give me a like. It really helps me out. Also, subscribe to my channel. I make videos every single day. Join the Master Squad. And of course, I will see you guys officially all next Thursday for everybody else and next Saturday for Patreons for either we're going to probably continue on the 12 Kingdoms. Probably just that up until somebody gives me a thing, because no one really has given me like what the heck they want me to watch next. So I'll probably end up putting something on Patreon when I have this come out tomorrow with the 12 Kingdoms as well. But until then, I will see you guys all next time. Bye.